maxing it like Maxwell. 10 other great solo OD batting performances. A list of scarcely believable innings feat. Viv Richards, Saeed Anwar, Sachin Tendulkar, and more history was created in Mumbai on Tuesday when Glenn Maxwell became the first man to hit a double century in a chase and the first non-opener to do so. Not only that, he got to the milestone despite Australia struggling at 91 for 7 chasing 292. Here are 10 other jaw-dropping solo batting efforts in men's ODIs.
Viv Richards 189 not out of 170 balls, again England 1984. Still the record holder for the highest percentage of runs by a single batter in a completed OD innings, Richards walked in at 11 for 2 and West Indies were soon 166 for 9. But he added 106 runs with the number 11 Michael holding, and in doing so, finished with 189 to his name, then the individual record in OD. The other 10 batters contributed only 73.
Kapil Dev 175 not out of 138 balls, again Zimbabwe 1983. In March 1983, Dev had shown signs of his brilliance with a 38-ball 82 against West Indies in their backyard, but it was this particular innings that entered cricketing law. Story goes that Dev was in the shower to prep for his middle-order batting role when India slipped to 6 for 3. Soon after, they were 9 for 4, and Dev's shower had to be cut short as he was in next. Soon enough, India was 17 for 5, 78 for 7 and 140 for 8. But Dev motored along, getting to his 50 in 70-odd balls, nobody knows the exact count, then smacked his next 50 in about 30 balls, and ransacked 75 runs from his last 37 or 38 balls. It was the first OD 100 by an Indian, the highest OD individual score at the time and a total outlier in terms of domination, as he finished with a strike rate of almost 127.
Saeed Anwar 194 of 146 balls, again India 1997 fondly remembered by Pakistan fans for his hat-trick of sixes off Anil Kumble in the innings. Opener Anwar smacked the then highest individual OD score as Pakistan pumped 327 in Chennai during the Independence Cup, with the crowd cheering India on, and no other Pakistan batter crossing 39. Anwar made full use of the rules that allowed a runner to display controlled aggression by thumping 22 fours and 5 sixes. He was well on his way to becoming the first man to score an OD double century, but top-edged a sweep in the 47th over.
Martin Guptill 237 not out of 163 balls, again West Indies 2015. Marlon Samuels offered Guptill a life in the first over, and he never looked back, smashing the, still, highest OD score at a Men's World Cup in a quarterfinal match in front of a home crowd. Guptill was in such sublime form that the other New Zealand batters simply handed the strike to him and let him to do his thing. Together, the other batters hit 146 runs in all, while Guptill plundered 162 runs only in fours and sixes. The second highest score of the innings was Kane Williamson's 42.
Rohit Sharma 264 of 173 balls, again Sri Lanka 2014. The pitch was flat and Sri Lanka looked like a flat outfit too. But a score as high as 264 has happened only once in nearly 4,700 games of OD cricket. In as a replacement in the 11 for arrested Shikhar Dhawan, and fresh from a shoulder and finger injury, the first over Rohit faced was a maiden. In fact, he scored only 4 in his first 18 balls. But then he got to 50 of 72, 100 of 100, 150 of 125, 200 of 151 and 250 of 166 balls. It was a performance that confirmed Rohit would bat nowhere else but as an opener, and India finished on a mighty 404.
Fakhar Zaman 193 of 155 balls, against South Africa 2021. No Pakistan batter apart from Fakhar crossed 31, leaving the opener to do the bulk of the lifting in the team's pursuit of 342. With regular wickets tumbling, Pakistan were left stranded at 120 for 5, but Fakhar smashed 18 fours and 10 sixes in his 155-ball stay to keep Pakistan single-handedly in the game. By the time the final over came along, Fakhar needed 30 to get in 6 balls for a remarkable victory, but was run out on 193. Nonetheless, It remains the highest score in unsuccessful ODI chases and won Espen Kristenfo's award for the best ODI batting innings of 2021.
Sachin Tendulkar 175 off 141 balls, again Australia 2009. India's start wasn't ideal with 3 of the top 4 failing to impress. But with 351 the target, there was no space for a slowdown and so Tendulkar attacked. He pulled Shane Watson for 6 and hammered Nathan Horrocks for big shots down the ground, and along with MS Dhoni and Suresh Raina, guided India well in the chase. Tendulkar reached his 45th ODI ton in 81 balls, got a life on 135, and soon reached his 150 in 122 deliveries. But when only 19 runs were needed in 3 overs, Tendulkar tried to scoop debutant Clint Mackay over fine leg, and that undid him. He fell for 175, the chase spiraled out of control, and a great Tendulkar innings was on the losing side.
Sanat Jayasuriya 189 off 161 balls, again India 2000 bullying like no other. Jayasuriya pummeled India's morale in such a vicious manner at the 2000 Coca-Cola Champions Trophy final that at the time, it helped Sri Lanka seal the biggest win in ODI history. On a surface where nobody else looked settled, 14 of the other 17 batters made single digits, and only 3 crossed 10, Jayasuriya mauled the India bowlers, especially Venkatesh Prasad, to finish on an imposing 189. His century came in only 118 balls, but his acceleration thereafter was spectacular, pumping a further 89 in 43. For him, too, a double century was on the cards, but he was stumped in the 49th over. India was so tormented that they swiftly folded for 54. Marcus Stoinis 146 not out of 117 balls, again New Zealand 2017. A serious contender for the greatest ODI innings to come in a defeat, the audacity of the Stoinis innings was that he dared to dream. Playing only his second ODI, Stoinis walked in with little hope of victory. Australia were reeling at 54 for 5, soon to be 67 for 6, and chasing 287. However, Stoinis took charge, and muscled the second highest ODI score from number 6 or below. When the 9th wicket fell, Australia needed a further 60, and Stoinis very nearly got there in Josh Hazlewood's company, where the number 11 contributed 0 in their 54-run stand. But with Australia needing 5 to win, Hazlewood was run out by Williamson at short mid-on and Stoinis lay on his haunches after failing to pull off an incredible heist.
Thisara Perera 140 off 74 balls, again New Zealand 2019. The target was 320 and Danushka Gunatilaka had given Sri Lanka a stunning start with a half-century. But then came a collapse and Perera walked in at 121 for 5. Soon, it was 128 for 7 and Sri Lanka was staring at defeat. But Perera raced past his previous best of 80, reached his century in 57 balls, and looked set to do the impossible with a breathless hour of hitting that dragged Sri Lanka to needing only 50 in 6 overs. 4 sixes out of 13 at the death of Tim Southee made the equation almost a run a ball, but when Perera tried to do it once again off Matt Henry, he holed out and the last gasp effort was 21 runs short.